apparently every movie theater that showed that movie had their air conditioning go out or some random
Yeah,
stories.
I saw
Hey,
that
if you got
video.
Mel Gibson and Jim Caviezel talking, of course he's in the movie. I didn't realize that movie was in the can in 2018
Yeah,
and
I
just
didn't know
came
that
out.
either.
Which as someone in Hollywood, that happens. Like stuff gets done and they just don't know what to do with it, and it seems like it's doing
Well,
pretty
they know
well.
what to do with it. They know what to do
Yeah.
with it. All right. Did
Do you,
you bring
do you
like-
up?
guys do you guys get on
counterculture.
Twitter? Are you guys Twitter people?
Oh boy,
He is more.
I still am.
Are you?
For
Okay,
better or
I'm
worse.
not a big Twitter person. I get on there every once in a while, but it seems like months, weeks.
Every
this-
third tweet has been a promotion for that, or an article from the Telegraph saying that evangelicals from working from home have been proven wrong. I'm like, dude, I've worked from home for 4 years. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Trust me.
So, okay, so it's not
I'm lucky
just me.
that I do, but it's
So
I
it's
don't
not
know.
just me. I'm not just getting the sound of freedom.
It's getting pushed. If you watch anything left of Joe Biden on YouTube, you're gonna get a Daily Wire ad popping
Oh
up.
God!
And,
but I don't really do that. So why?
Yeah.
They're covering all
but
their
they're
bases.
pushing it hard. I mean, like you said, it is like every third.
They said it
tweet.
made more than the Indiana Jones movie on July 4th. I don't know if that's good or bad because I don't know if
They
old
did
Harrison
beat
Ford
out,
is
Hold
doing
on.
it.
Have you guys seen Indy 5?
No.
No,
It's-
I ain't watching that.
It's got to be better than Crystal Skull. Ooh.
It's so good, dude. I loved.
Don't listen to
every
her. She knows
second of
nothing
it.
about.
I was
that.
going to see it, and then I was like, "Oh, that's right. Every action movie now has to be 2.5 hours." I'm like,
It is. It's very long.
I'll just
It's very
wait and
long.
I have to
download
smuggle
it
in at least 2 beers to make it
a
through
certain way
Okay, that's fair.
that
That's
may or
fair.
may not be legal. Anyway,
Anyways,
so what is your prognostication, your personal prognostication, Britt, on the whole
What?
strike thing? Is it going
Oh,
to
me?
happen? Yeah.
Are the actors gonna strike? I have no fucking clue. Do I want them to? Hell yeah, I do. But also, I'm in a very good spot to say that because I have a job and I have had a job. But I think even if I was in a place like my friend Matt who hasn't worked for a long time, I think it's the best route. Even us, last time we did our contracts, we almost struck. I don't know if you guys remember that. But we voted on it, and then they came to a deal at the 11th hour under our noses. So we need something like this to happen to help push everyone forward, not just writers and actors. So I want it to happen. Will it happen? I don't know.
All right. Well,
I
I,
know
guess
it's
we can
short
only
term,
watch
but it
this.
almost helps for strikes to happen just to let people know that unions are a thing.
Right.
I haven't worked in a place where unions been even a possibility. I used to work as a contractor for IBM. They're like, don't say the word don't say the word strike or union. You're allowed. It's like, okay, geez.
I mean, that's how I was in Florida. I didn't know anything about the stuff
Oh, in Florida, yeah.
here. Yeah, and then I even still I kind of wanted to be in TV, so I knew I had to be in the union and in the guild to do what I wanted to do, but I didn't really know what it meant until my first round of contracts and experiencing that. So yeah.
Well,
Okay, so this is just, we won't share this with anybody, but okay, I have one question about For All Mankind.
Oh,
If
God.
So what's it actually like on Mars? I'm not going to ask anything. Yeah, no. Just,
we're looking forward.
you were
to it,
there.
so
It's
we're-
very red, and apparently people act like idiots on Mars. Anyway.
Yeah.
They go crazy. All right, Britt. Did you pull up the trailer for everybody's favorite movie
The movie of the summer.
We're all going to see that, right?
that beat out? Oh, you bet your ass I'm going to get it when it comes. Well,
All right.
you already know.
It might be kind of loud, so let me know if it's loud, but I think it has to be.
It is the sound of freedom, people.
Yeah,
That's
listen
right.
very carefully.
Everything is true.
How'd that make you feel? Giving a child his freedom. Felt good. You have been at this for 12 years.
My country, 'tis of thee.
Why are you doing it? Because God's children are not for sale. It is the fastest growing international crime network that the world has ever seen.
It's the best.
For Homeland Security, you know we can't go off rescuing Honduran kids in Colombia.
This job tears you to pieces.
I want to see it.
And this is not a chance to put those pieces back together.
You gotta see it.
And yet somehow you have failed to bring me one real-world lead.
It's over, Tim. Close up and come back home.
So you quit your job and you go and rescue those kids.
South of that river is all
Run
about
with arms like this.
No one goes in. What if this was your daughter? So, she's gone.
True story. It's a true story, y'all.
Hear that? That's the sound of freedom.
Oh, you say the. That's like a thing. You say the word, the actual like title in the movie. It doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, because it's the cheesiest shit.
Sound of Freedom is one of those films that can legitimately change this world. So we want to ignite a fire in audiences and open their eyes to the dark reality of millions of children that need our help. Let's make this film a historic event and the start, the end of child trafficking.
It's a
Theaters
pretty good.
across this country are already selling out. Pre-order your tickets today, and you can send the message that God's children are no longer for sale.
Did anybody ever not say that? Oh, wait a minute.
And maybe he could bust into some churches in America and maybe save some kids.
All right, so
Wow.
And the guy he's playing is like this Mormon dude who's like, we're gonna do this stuff for. He's of course QAnon super PAC thing. It's like, oh my. But then if you say anything bad about the movie, people are like, what do you mean? You like pro-child trafficking? It's like, so what actually happened to the kids they freed? Nothing good, right? I mean, they're living with families in Utah now, right? No, maybe. Possibly?
I don't know what happened to the kids, but the QAnon thing is the biggest. The QAnon conspiracy is closely tied to this, of course. And everybody knows that there are people against not child trafficking, apparently, or you know, I don't understand what's the logic behind that, right? Like, honey, we have to go see this movie. Somebody likes child trafficking. Maybe those liberals.
Yeah, it's my favorite. I don't know if you guys knew that.
Just read all the stories about the pastors, all those liberal pastors that are being arrested for child issues.
You know what? I was looking up the director of this movie to see like how much of the cast and crew are buried into this QAnon thing. He's only directed 7 movies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's only directed 5 movies. Oh, it's right there. I could have just read that. And what are these movies? You guys
And
ever
one of
heard
them's
of
called
these
Little
movies?
Boy.
Oh shit! You're right.
What is that?
An 8-year-old boy is.
I mean,
willing to
this
do whatever it
movie
takes to end
was
World War
like
II.
wrapped up in 2018, so it's been sitting around for a while. I guess.
I've never even.
Oh, so this is like pre-pandemic.
And
take?
Jim Caviezel, like, I forgot that he had like a TV show for a few years, but since like Passion of the Christ, his career hasn't done that well.
The show was good. Fucking Person of Interest was a good show.
Oh, he was on that show.
That was a good show, man.
He was
I
like the
really liked
co-star there, but
Damn.
I feel like it's like it's this group goes in and apparently like saves kids that are being trafficked, but they also apparently help create interest in kids being trafficked because they go around saying, "Hey, we're looking to traffic some kids," and people are like, "Cool," and then they're like, "We'll bust you."
Entrapment.
And then what actually happens to the kids is kind of questionable. Like, once they
what does
set them
happen
free,
to
do they
those
go
kids?
to homes in the U.S.? Because, we got all these extra babies being born now in America. So
Yeah, they never say what happens to the kids. We don't like brown people, so what then? Right? What do you
Well,
do
you
with
give
the
them
brown
back to your
people?
mom, to their mama who lives in the shanty out in the woods, I guess.
Oh, no. You give it to some Karen and fucking some rich-ass Christian Karen somewhere.
Oh, yeah. That's, yep,
Act like they're fucking
but
saviors.
how many more kids can they take?
Well, I guess we'll find out. Because they're going to keep doing it. So the QAnon thing isn't obvious. Of course, the QAnon, what is it? The QAnon theory being that there's child trafficking and
But this,
Hillary Clinton had a base on the moon, if I'm not mistaken.
the
was
pizza place, it's much closer.
Pizzagate, the
Yeah.
Pizzagate
Exactly.
thing. Yeah. So this is a big QAnon conspiracy bullshit vehicle that is they get guys like Caviezel to make it sound semi legit, and apparently enough people bought that shit that they fucking for one day
It did well.
beat fucking Indiana
And
Jones.
Mira Sorvino is in this movie, and she did, yes, win an Oscar, but apparently she was on
Oh, she's
for
in
like
that
2
movie?
days because she's in the movie for about 20 seconds, I think.
Oh, she's in
Because that's
there.
probably as much
Oh,
as they could afford from.
Damn
so-
it, Mira.
I don't know. It's weird because you see, like, the god awful movies. They make fun of the Christian movies. They have some mainstream actors in those things, and this movie
Yeah,
has,
I know.
some people you actually know.
Dude, one of these like Rapture movies. I'm kind of obsessed with Rapture, Zach.
Is it like God's Not Dead? Like 4 or 5 is coming
No,
out
some
soon.
weird Rapture movie. I was like looking at like YouTube videos of Rapture movies
Well, the
and stuff.
Left Behind, they've remade that like 4 times.
Pretty much. And one
Nick
of
Cage is
the
in one of them, and that has to be entertaining.
hold on,
At
this
least.
It
this-
is.
this girl I met here in LA who was a director and wanted me to edit her short film. She was in the fucking Rapture movie as like one of the like background characters.
Well, the people that became a pile of clothes on the floor.
Yeah.
You gotta pay the bills.
No, okay, not like a background, like a secondary character. Like she was like not one of the main characters, but
An
maybe one of the
extra?
B story characters. Anyways, it was shocking, but
So yeah, I'm definitely going to see that and not pay for it.
yeah,
I'm
just send
gonna
us
go
all
ahead
links.
and tell you now. I'm not going to say how I'm not going to pay for it. I may be joking.
It'll
actually.
probably be on one of the main streamers in like 2 weeks. I don't know.
It'll be on the
Yeah,
Daily
well, I'm
Wire.
waiting. It's not on streaming yet.
Oh, the Daily Wire.
Should
Okay,
we
what-
smooth transition into Michael Knowles, or do you guys want to watch the Mel Gibson clip
There's
about
a
Sound?
duh. Mel Gibson every time, baby.
All right,
Tell
all right.
us, Mel
It's a
Gibson.
short, so like it should be short.
Big problems in our
That's the name.
is human trafficking, in particular trafficking of children.
Yeah, that's what it means.
And eradicating this crime is awareness. Go see Sound of Freedom.
I love they
Well, that
put
was quick.
so much weight onto their fucking.
He
One of
really
the most disturbing.
Yeah, I think he did
Ooh.
like an interview that it would
he
take.
spends
minutes.
some time. I mean, I'm this color because of the light, but that's what he actually looks like in real life. It just depresses me that like he's in so much stuff. Like he's done things that should
He was
really
on
get a person
Road
canceled.
Warrior, man.
And he's done like
Yeah.
50 movies a year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
I
not
mean,
really well-known movies, and strangely, they didn't find a role for him in this movie. Interesting. But I don't know if he's
He was
so
busy.
into it.
He was busy with his brainwashing business, I'm sure, or whatever the fuck he does.
Yeah.
All right, so go see Sound of Freedom. It looks like it's going to be a jolly good time. I'm looking forward to the QAnon undertones and the right-wing smirking and the dog whistles and the horrible, horrible acting. And my country too.
I'm surprised they didn't get the rights for like the Lee Greenwood song or something.
I mean, just there's
Even
a
though they're
hammer,
in Honduras,
and they're
right?
beating you upside the head with the hammer. Child trafficking is bad. Democrats like
Oh, is
it.
that what you were doing with your hand? Gotcha.
Oh shit! Yeah, I thought
I
you
have
were
a flashlight
trafficking
now.
children.